Colonel Mini Baloi Chiwenga. In fact, today I will read her name, complete name. Her name is Colonel Mini Otabo, and Nick Mangwana spelling her name actually wrongly, saying Mini Otabo. It's Mini Otabo with an H. That is actually disrespectful for someone to spell someone else's name wrongly. Mini Otabo, Francisca Baloi Chiwenga, a wife of the retired General Dr. C.G.D.N. Chiwenga. Today graduated with a Doctor of Business Leadership degree, and it will be interesting to actually learn the title of actually the thesis that she wrote to attain this doctorate. Greetings and welcome to your lovely channel, the Hlonipani Global News. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. So, Kenel Miniotabo, Francisca Baloi Chiwenga, that is the wife of retired General Chiwenga, today graduated. She was actually kept by Emerson Tambuzo Mnangagwa with a Doctor of Business Leadership degree. And the title of her thesis, that's the title, The Guns versus Butter Dilemma in Zimbabwe, 1990 to 2023. It will be quite interesting. I hope actually to go through this, the guns versus butter dilemma in Zimbabwe, 1990 to 2023. And this is the citation. It says, few national choices are more difficult than deciding how limited resources should be distributed among competing priorities. Miniotabo Francisca Baloi Chiwenga examined this challenge through Zimbabwe's enduring guns versus butter dilemma from 1990 to 2023, spanning more than 3 decades. Her research provides a longitudinal examination of competing national demands and development priorities. The study places these choices within the wider context of leadership, policy formulation, and national decision making. Her work provides a historical informed perspective on how states navigate competing priorities when resources are finite and development needs remain substantial. So this is the citation of her thesis for those who have not knocked the doors of the university to attain a doctorate or even a degree. You need to run, it's called what, write a dissertation to attain an honorary degree. What's that? And then to attain a doctorate and even a master's. You need to for master's it's an MPhil, and for a doctorate it's actually a thesis. So she wrote a thesis for 3 years, and this is what the thesis was focusing on. I wish to actually read extensively to see. She's, looking at this woman, I think this is an ideal, maybe, example of a second lady in a country. She has been quoted, based on what she has posted on social media, saying, I am a wife of the vice president, but that should not be mistaken to be a president. And that on its own, I think it's because of the network. Apologies. I will actually try to address the issue of sound. I'm saying she has given this phrase, you can tell that she is a hard-working individual. Of course, in the military, they have mistreated her, thinking that she cannot be professional because she is married to the rival of the current president of the Republic of Zimbabwe. She's facing a lot of sabotage. For example, the whole actually secretary in the Ministry of Information and Publicity, Nick Mangwana, spelling her name wrongly, Miniotabo. That on its own is an insult. He should have actually checked his spelling. Doing it not just once, but doing it several times to show that the disrespect was deliberate. You must never spell the name of a person wrongly, especially if it's written in his. You may maybe pronounce it wrongly, but spelling it wrongly, and the worst, he is a public figure. That each and every person, Zimbabwean, and also beyond Zimbabweans, they will see that the name of Miniotabo is spelled wrongly. But well, let me focus on her successes as a person. She has demonstrated, and even on her social media account, to be fairly, I've never heard her speaking about ZANU-PF politics. She's just a soldier. She's participating on national issues. Her role is confined, and she knows her boundaries. When she's asked about politics, she will quickly tell followers that, who am I? I'm not into politics. Being a vice president is not a sexually transmitted position. Chiwenga is the vice president, and is also a military general. I'm not at that level. I'm just merely a wife, doing what a wife should be doing. Sometimes you see, when you look at, in contrast with Auxilia Mnangagwa, you would think that she is the president when the husband is outside the country ordering the arrest of people, ordering the torture of the people. The military can hear her and can be ordered by the first lady to go and actually violate the constitution. A classic case of Auxilia Mnangagwa with the in-laws explains all this. So when you compare and contrast these two, you will see a similarity. And by the way, by far, she behaves better than Auxilia Mnangagwa. The presidency is not sexually transmitted. If I become the president, my wife is not the president. My wife should do the duties of the nation. And the first lady position is not a constitutionally, inscribed position that it has a budget. There is absolutely no budget for that. But in Zimbabwe, the first lady is squandering the budget of tourism. Barbara Ronzu is just a house girl in that ministry, but technically that ministry is run by the wife of Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa. She goes to an extent of even attending international meetings of that ministry and representing that ministry, but she's just a mere first lady. Her organization has benefited greatly in terms of siphoning the resources of that ministry to be channeled towards her programs. That has got nothing to do with national development. She can't be telling us she's addressing issues of drugs when her children are taking drugs. What kind of a first lady is that? First of all, solve your problems with your children and your family. Leave Zimbabweans. If there is anybody to actually tackle the challenge of drugs, it should be someone who is clean, someone who doesn't send the state institutions to implicate someone with planted drugs. That is a very, very dangerous first lady to have. Anyway, let me conclude by saying congratulations to Miniotabo Baloyi Chiwenga. That is the wife of retired General Chiwenga. Now she is doctor. From now on, she is supposed to be called Dr. Miniotabo Baloyi Chiwenga, because now she has a doctorate and she attained that doctorate. You can tell, by the way, in the army, you know, she has that spirit of you can't take me down. She has so much qualifications, even to be put in the pool, commander's pool. As she was demoted, by the way, from the military intelligence because of being married to Chiwenga. Mnangagwa thought she is actually selling out to her husband. Mnangagwa wants you, when you are married to his enemy, to be more loyal to him so that he can use you to actually deal with his enemy. And I think he was not getting that out of Miniota Baloy Chiwenga. Thank you very much for watching us. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. You can financially support this channel by pressing the join button and be part of our members who are the heartbeat of this channel. You can equally do so by pressing the thanks button and send us stars. Okanqube Mhlabane is signing out.